What's up, everybody? It's your girl back for another video. So y'all probably know from the title in this video, I do not buy Girl Scout cookies anymore, as much as it kills me. I love Girl Scout cookies. I used to buy them every year. I do not buy them anymore. This is the second year in a row that I have not purchased Girl Scout cookies, and the temptation has been real. But let me just say this. I'm going to tell y'all why. I know there's been a lot of controversy about, does Girl Scouts of America really support Planned Parenthood? Is that a myth? Is it real? I'm going to tell y'all right now, I've done a lot of research on this, because one thing about me is I do watch a lot of independent media. I watch it all. I've seen, Fox, CNN, mainstream, liberal news, all the way down to, I like to watch a lot of independent news. Now, no matter what they say, I always go and do my own research. I want to find out the truth for myself. So I did a lot of research on this. When I found out that Girl Scouts of America was in bed with Planned Parenthood, I did my own research. I found out as much information as I could, because I am not going to support an organization that is supporting Planned Parenthood. I want Planned Parenthood gone. I don't want anything to do with any kind of abortion clinic. It's a baby murdering factory. It's a concentration camp for our most precious gifts in life, our own children. Okay, now getting right into it, according to all the research that I did a couple years back, I decided, my husband and I decided we are not going to support the Girl Scouts anymore. As much as, the little girls are really cute and you want to help them, and you feel sorry for turning your back on them. But the thing is, those little girls are being used like pawns. They're being indoctrinated with this feminist, progressive left ideology. Those little girls have no idea what they're supporting. They're being groomed and molded into future feminists and liberals. And, I don't want anything to do with it. This is not the same Girl Scouts your grandmother was in or your mother was in. Times have changed, and now they're grooming these little girls to grow up to be feminazis, basically, that, do not want family, do not want children to get in the way of their careers. This is what they're grooming them to be. So, anyway, Girl Scouts, it is a fact, they are aligned with Planned Parenthood. They're in bed with them. Girl Scouts of America gives Planned Parenthood millions of dollars a year to fund them, to fund their murderous agenda. Now, if you look in the Girl Scout curriculum, you will see names like Hillary Clinton, Margaret Sanger, Congresswoman Barbara Lee. Now, if you don't know, we all know who Hillary Clinton is, but some of you may not know. Margaret Sanger is the woman who created Planned Parenthood. She was the founder. She founded Planned Parenthood because she wanted to exterminate minority babies that were coming into the country. They had a lot of immigrant women moving into the country at that time in the 1800s, and Margaret Sanger did not want them having all these babies. Now, this was also targeted mostly at black women with babies. It was targeted, to exterminate the black population. That is true. But she didn't want, they had Irish immigrants coming into the country, Italian immigrants. I'm Italian. She didn't want, little babies like me running around. She didn't want any of us running around. Just, I don't know what kind of baby she wanted, but she was against these immigrants bringing in all these babies. So she came up with a way to get with the local churches to convince women that it is not a sin to have an abortion. Get rid of these babies. They're unwanted. They're going to take up too many resources, and it's okay to kill them. And that's what she did. She partnered with the local churches, and they convinced thousands upon thousands of women to murder their own babies. So Margaret Sanger was a known eugenics. She was a part of the KKK. She was racist, and she was a feminist. So now let's go moving over to Congresswoman Barbara Lee. She actually voted for the partial birth abortion. She agrees with abortion. She pushes it real hard, and she always votes to support it. Now, for those of you that don't know, President Barack Obama was for the partial birth abortion, and when the bill came about, Congresswoman Barbara Lee did vote on it, and She supported it. And what it is you can now carry a baby full term to your 9th month. You can go to an abortion clinic. They will essentially birth the baby vaginally. The baby's feet come out first, so when the baby starts to come out, they will stop the mother from pushing when the head is still inside the vagina. Okay, that's why it's called partial birth abortion. So while the head is still in the womb, the doctor will turn the baby to where the back is exposed, insert a long pair of scissors and into the spine, up to the head, and this thing will crush the brain, okay, killing the baby, and then he pulls it out, and then they pull the baby out, and they dump it in a bag, or they probably sell it for parts to put in, different cosmetics that we use and things like that. It's really sick, y'all. The stuff that's going on that these lefties, are doing, it's so evil and it's so, so sick. Anybody that can sit there and say that partial birth abortion is not murder, you are either retarded or you're an evil son of a bitch, okay? I just think that is the most disgusting thing that they could have ever made up. I remember when President Obama was talking about it, and he was saying he wouldn't mind, he wouldn't want his daughter to go out one night and pay for a mistake for the rest of her life. He wants his daughter to be able to enjoy her young life. So that's why he was talking about the partial birth abortion and, trying to get people to think it's okay. And what's really sad is he was targeting, black women essentially, because he was the first black president. And what he was doing, he was kind of doing what Margaret Sanger was doing. She was partnering with the local churches, and they were telling these young immigrant women, hey, it's okay to have an abortion. It's not murder. Don't let a baby get into the way. You don't have much money, and that kind of thing. And that's what Obama was doing when he was speaking to these women. And it was mostly black women that he was speaking to, and that's really sad. He was convincing them that it was okay to kill their own baby. And Obama knows good and well that if his daughter got pregnant, they would not be getting an abortion. Okay, so that was complete bullshit. Just trying to convince those women to do it so they can further their agenda, their murderous agenda. So this is some sick stuff, y'all. And let me read you one more thing. They had a manual that basically Planned Parenthood got with the Girl Scout company, Girl Scouts of the USA, and had them get the little Girl Scouts to pass out this manual about HIV and sex. So these little girls were passing out this manual. It was in March of 2010. Let me just read y'all I have my laptop right here. Let me just read y'all a paragraph out the manual that they had these little girls passing around from Planned Parenthood. It's sick. Many people think sex is just about vaginal or anal intercourse, but there are lots of different ways to have sex and lots of different types of sex. There is no right or wrong way to have sex. Just have fun, explore, and be yourself. Improve your sex life by getting to know your own body. Play with yourself. Masturbation is great. It's a great way to find out more about your body and find out what may be sexually stimulating. Mix things up. Use different kinds of touch, from soft to hard. This was actually in a manual that these little girls were passing out to people. It's just absolutely disgusting. That's what these liberals want. They want little girls to be desensitized to sex. They want them to go out and be promiscuous, have sex as early as possible, get pregnant, and then go get it taken care of at Planned Parenthood. Because now what they're doing, they're making it to where minors can go have abortions. So ladies, gentlemen, your teenage daughters don't have to tell you if they're pregnant. They can actually go to Planned Parenthood and have an abortion without you knowing about it. So they're essentially removing the parent from the equation now. So now it's just the child in Planned Parenthood. These liberals are doing some sick stuff, y'all, and we must fight against it. We must educate people. For those of you that didn't know this, now you know. Go do your own research. And I suggest you do not buy Girl Scout cookies, and let your friends and family know why, and just do your research. I wouldn't let my daughter be in Girl Scouts or anything like that. I don't care what anybody thinks of me about it. I did my research. I know the facts, and I don't give a care if, I'm the only person that thinks this way. I'm never going to support murdering babies and feminism. Never. So until next time, please subscribe if you want to see more. Like the video if you did, and I'll see y'all later.